folks, it's the Red. And, if you're watching this, I've just completed my last Let's Play of Starring Goemon. And as I said in the last video, I wanted to do another video to show off the rest of the games on Konami Game Boy Collection Volume 3, and that's what we're here to do now. So, we'll just start at the top of the list and work our way down, starting with Poppin' Twinbee, a shooting game. However, unlike most space shooters, this one is a bit unique. So let's go ahead and start a one-player game. This is a rather special type of shooting game, because as most shooting games are like where you're controlling a spaceship and shooting at a bunch of mutated aliens or something, you have rather unique enemies in this game, such as cowheads, jack-o'-lanterns, and giant watermelons. It's a very strange shooting game, let's just put it like that. You may have two basic attacks. B will shoot bullets like you would expect a spaceship to, and A button will fire bombs at the ground, which you can use to shoot at these little dung-looking towers, and they turn into an apple for some reason. If your ship is hit by a bullet, it will lose an arm. If it loses both arms, then it can't fire bombs, and if it's hit by a third bullet, you'll lose a life. And if you hit an enemy, then you lose a life regardless. But overall, it's pretty fun. Definitely very unique. Okay, yeah, those bells that I'm shooting at, they come out of these clouds. You can use them to get extra points, or if you shoot them enough times, they'll change color, and then you can get a new power-up. I'm not sure what I have right now. Oh, I think I'm moving faster than usual. But yeah, these types of, oh, I just died. Yeah, that happens a lot when I'm trying to shoot these, bells. It's pretty hard to hit those things without getting shot by something. But, what was I talking about? Yeah, the bells. If you shoot them enough times, they'll start changing colors, and then you can collect them to gain yourself a power-up, or a new weapon to use against enemies. Ooh, a star. Apparently that can be used to wipe out all the enemies on screen. Very useful. Oh god. So, this type of shooting game is known as a cute-em-up. Mainly because it takes such a more whimsical approach to the shooting genre. I mean, how can you possibly take giant watermelons or planets with smiley faces on them seriously? So it's not gonna be like Galaga or anything. But it's just as fun. And that was a very quick game over because I kind of suck at this game. I have a hard time hitting the bells and trying to avoid enemy fire at the same time, so I'll give it one more try. This time I'll try a different level. Yes, you can select from one of the stages in the stage select, so let's see what level 2 looks like. Lord knows what we'll end up fighting. Oh, nice green background for us. And now we're fighting a bunch of thumbs up, I guess, and totem heads. This is what I'm talking about. This is such a weird, goofy game. I could see a certain demographic appreciating a game like this. And now what are we fighting? Like, little I don't know. Apparently I can't bomb the house, but, yeah, you need to be moving a lot, because this is one of those games where everything is trying to kill you. Whoa, got little plug heads here. I do like how vibrant and colorful this is. This is definitely one of the most unique shooting games I've ever played. Let me get that. Missed it. One thing I really like about this music, one thing I really like about this game is the music. Especially when you have a power-up. Let me see if I can get it. Yeah, listen to this for a bit. It's fast, it's energetic, it's fun. Just the kind of thing I like in games like this. I kind of got lost there, but yeah, this is a pretty fun game. A nice distraction from Goemon. So overall, I would probably give it a 7 out of 10. Nice and solid. Very acceptable for this kind of cartridge. There's actually a version of this on the 3DS eShop channel called Twin B for the NES. It's a 3D Classics. So if this game looks interesting, go ahead and give it a shot. Alright, let's move on down the list. Obviously, I'm not going to be covering Starring Goemon because I just did a Let's Play on it, which, by the way, if you haven't seen, here's a link to it. To the first part. But let's move on to Bikers now. It's a racing game that, as far as I can tell, never actually got released on its own cartridge. So we are given the option of solo, which is basically time trials, or versus computer. I'll do versus computer for now. And there's 8 courses to play on. I'm not actually sure what the level is. I'm guessing this is difficulty, but I'll take A. And yeah, all you have to do is beat this guy. And I forgot for a minute that A is gas and B is boost. Yeah. It's kind of like some sort of Excitebike clone, in that you can use left and right to tilt your bike left and right to adjust how you'll land on a platform. And you'll be crashing a lot if you don't land flat. Which really isn't that hard. It's not a very difficult game. Also skewed about the track are these letters, which give you more nitro or more time. The nitro is the boost, of course. T is for time. These loop-de-loops are pretty scripted because... And I think I'm out of tire or something, but... While it shares some physics similarities to Excitebike, at least in Excitebike you had lanes that you could change into. This is very two-dimensional, and not a whole lot of variety in the way you can drive down the course. Power-ups come in the form of letters. T for time, N for nitro, and R for tires. Because who has time for pit stops? The controls feel a little stiff on this game. A lot of the time it's just boosting on ramps and trying to stay ahead of your opponent. The concept of a two-dimensional racer just doesn't seem all that appealing either. For a game like this, anyway. Wheelies are used later in the game to go up some small divots in the ground. So it feels more gimmicky than anything else. I mean, other than to try and land flat, which isn't very hard. Despite my failure in doing so. But yeah, there's really not that much of a difference between racing the computer or racing by yourself. I'll show you one more track to show you what I'm talking about here. Some of the level design of these tracks is... Come on, press start. I'm pressing start, nothing's happening. There we go. Yeah, it kind of drags out in between courses, so... Yeah, you would use the wheelie to try and get up to that ramp there. Yeah, what just happened there? I swear, this level design. I think some of the physics in this game just don't make sense. Yeah, most of this area just looks very strange, and for a racing game like this, I guess I don't know what I was expecting. And some of these ramps just look like, how the heck are you supposed to get up there? A lot of the time I'll be boosting into a ramp like that one before, and I have no idea how to get up it. And I'm almost out of nitro here, so I need to be a little more conservative. yeah, goodness hell. And here's one of those rocks I was talking about. You use the wheelie to get up then. Ow. Yeah, you'll be spending a lot of this race just trying to make sure you're getting enough nitro so that you can get up here. Oh, great. Now I'm out of nitro, so I'm gonna have a great time trying to get up this ramp. Come on. Flip wheelie. Oh, come on. If I had a nitro, I could get up there, but I don't. So I'm kind of screwed here. I guess I can't finish the race now because I have no nitro and I can't go backwards. So the game is a little broken in that aspect. What am I supposed to do, game? I have no nitro. So yeah, that's my biggest problem with this game, is that there are a lot of game-breaking platforms, such as this one, that make it impossible to finish the course. So all in all, it seems like they had an idea when they were developing this game, and then just kind of gave up with it partway through. Overall, not a very enjoyable game, but at least it looks like they were trying. Overall, I'll give it a 4 out of 10. And I'm quitting this run. Let's back up. And move on to the last game on our list, Gatang Gatong. Save the worst for last. Okay, so basically we have 2 levels that we can choose from. The only difference between the two is that in level 2, the train moves twice as fast as it does in level 1, with no change in score. It's just a harder version of the same game. So let's just go to level 1 and see how we do. Nice little intro we're going to have here. It wasn't uncommon for games at the time to have music, familiar tunes like that. I can think of a few other games that did that. So basically in this game, what you're trying to... Okay, have you ever seen one of those puzzles with all the individual panels and one empty space in it, and you had to create a picture by moving all the panels into the empty space? Well, it's basically like one of those, except instead of trying to create a picture, you're just trying to keep this train from getting derailed. And basically, there are several ways you can die in this. You can do so either by driving into one of those little X's in the corner, by driving into the empty space, or by getting hit by one of those little red cabooses up there. It is nice that they give you a little bit of red track to tell you where your train is going to go. You can also press A or B to make your train go faster. But yeah, it's about as fun as it looks. All you're doing is moving slots around and hoping that you don't die. I hope you like this music too, because it's the only music you hear in the game. So yeah, we just move slots around and hope for the best. I'll try and get to level 2 for you. All you're basically doing is waiting out the clock. Oh. So I guess it's sort of like a puzzle game, just a really boring one. And in fact, if I wasn't showing this off in a video, honestly, I can't play this game for more than 5 minutes without falling asleep. This might pass as a mini-game or something, but as its own standalone game, it's really a snore fest. I can't find any enjoyment out of this game, really. And overall, I can't really give this game any better than a 2 out of 10. It's just really boring. Oh no, I hope that train doesn't reach me. Oops. Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about this game, so... Yeah, that's Gatang Gatong, folks. I'm not playing any more of this crap. And, that's Konami Game Boy Collection Volume 3 for you. I thank you for watching this video, and I shall see you next time.